Beautiful people from all around the world. I'm on your ass again with another message, man. I'm gonna tell you what I think about black women. I know it's a hot topic out there, so let me put my 2 cents on this bitch. On the subject. People have so many triggers, I have to, avoid certain words to not, put myself. Not to not put myself, but for them to not put me in certain box. I don't really care, so. Let me tell you something. Yeah, let me tell you something. It's like, I'm sorry, I got some stuff to take care of. I had to. But y'all gonna wait for me though, because my message is gonna be dope. So I don't really care. Let's keep this thing over here. I told you yeah, let me tell you what I think about black women. These women are so beautiful, so strong, so valuable, so indispensable to the world. Like, for real, I feel like black women are really indispensable to this world. Like, the role they play, the vibe they get, the energy that they exude is really indispensable for this world. Because the energy that black women exude, I don't think like no other women exude it. Certain other women exude it, but y'all know what I wanted to say. Yeah. But I think they are tired though. I think black women in general are tired. And nota bene, disclaimer. There are several types of black women for me. So for example, we have the African women. The African woman is also tired. The African woman is tired. The African American, or should I better say, the black Native American is tired as fuck. The European black woman, she's been silenced for so long. It's like the European black women don't even know like which place she has in this whole dynamic, because every time she is presented an opportunity to speak up, the world is like, nah, you damn sure I ain't going to start a shit. Like, shut the F up. This is the European black women. Because they don't want the European black women to speak a certain truth that will just blow the whole shit up, because Europe is a part of the world that retains so much information that is really valuable to the world until now, that if anyone, not just someone, but if anyone just take a stand and speaks. But when I say I wanted to say if someone of like dark skin color, but listen, I am way beyond this race stuff, but I'm just saying, I'm just commenting on how this whole thing is unfolding. If a European white woman who knows the truth of their roots, let's take France for example, which is a really interesting place. Listen, you have French, you have Spain, Italy, Germany. Like, the whole fucking Europe is interesting. You know why? Because it's not a continent in itself. Europe is not a continent. Europe is an extension of one continent. A lot of people didn't know that, huh? Europe is like an intersection. This is why it's so interesting. This is why there have been so many wars over there. This is why it has become pretty much the intersection of the world, like when the UN was created and all these things, you know. This is why travel seems so comfortable over there. Like if you have a European visa, you can travel pretty much to all the European countries, which are a part of the the EU, not the UN, but the EU. Excuse me. But anyone, for example, let's take a white woman, right? My beautiful white women over there, who knows their ancestry, right? Who knows where they came from, right? Who knows not everything, but who know enough information about who they are, their genes and stuff like that, who have activated a bunch of stuff in themselves that they are comfortable and authentic and confident enough, outspoken enough to come and say some stuff, say some stuff that will liberate a lot of other white women. Because let me tell you, all the women are tired, y'all. All the women are tired. I'm gonna talk. I mean, the subject of the video is black women, but side note, every woman is tired in this world. Men are tired and women are tired. God damn it. Men are tired, women are tired. Shit, now even the trends are tired. God damn it. Now even the non-binary are tired, y'all. It's like, I don't know. It's like, let me just not talk about that shit. Let me just not, because it's not the subject of the video anyway. Yeah, man. White women are tired too. Black women are tired. And yeah, the European black woman is the most silenced. I'm talking about not the European black woman, which is a result of migration. No, I'm talking about a lineage here where the black people already shit in Europe. And when I mentioned if a white woman from Europe really took the stand, most of them are afraid to do it. Not again. Good on them. This is not my place to comment on, but these daughters of Vikings, the Celtics, should I say the Celtics, the Druids. If one of your daughters takes a stand and speaks some truth right here, people like me gonna love it. People like me gonna love it. We're waiting for y'all. I don't know, man. This whole shit is so funny to me. Like, it's so interesting, man. I'm happy to be here. Anyway, man, for real, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this whole mess. This whole mess that is like unmessing itself. The mess is unmessing itself, bit by bit. Trust me, I bet you that. Yeah, let's get back to our beautiful black women over there, man. Black women, listen. We understand you. When I say we, I'm talking about the authentic, self-aware. That word, you see these words, they becoming like just out of there, like a cliche in my video right now. It's like even before I think, people are already saying, yeah, he's gonna say self-aware, he's gonna say authentic, he's gonna say like powerful, he's gonna shit. We understand you, black women, and we love you. We love you, black women. We love you. Even though you think like it's our fault, like a lot of the things that happen to us, not seeing the bigger picture. You are able to see the bigger picture, but not seeing the bigger picture yet. Because you are so in your, you know what? I think what happened to black women when the powers that be I mean, it was intelligent. The plane was intelligent when they separated the cellular family in black society, when they destroyed the unity in the black families. This was a clever plan. You know what happened to black women? Because they are so powerful and because they got support from these same powers, those same powers that be, they begin to harness their masculine energy. Because listen, everybody can do it. White women can do it. Listen, we're all fucking humans. Just the skin has nothing to do with your powers, your infinite powers. For real. Anyway, they began to harness their masculine energy and they began to starve their feminine energy. They began to harness their masculine energy so much so that they starved their feminine energy for too long. And it got perpetuated to the point where, it got perpetuated, point blank period. And now, in contemporary times, we're witnessing a painful, it's painful. We're just not gonna ignore it. We're just not gonna ignore that shit. It's painful. We are witnessing the brutal awakening of a lot of black women. Fortunately, they are awakening, but unfortunately, it's brutal. And everything that is brutal to women in general is kind of unfortunate. We, as men, we're witnessing this shit, and it's like, it's kind of painful, but what can we do? Because if we come and help them directly, they just gonna push us away again. They just gonna judge us again. They just gonna say we're not men again. They just gonna say like we don't love them again. They just gonna say like we're pussies, we're punks again. They just gonna say like we're not masculine enough again. So we just stay in our lane. And we let them go through the awakening, even if it's brutal. Because as men, we know that shit. While they are going through this awakening, we should be the one guiding them. We should be the one counseling them. We should be the one telling them, hey, do this, don't do that. I know it's painful, but do this instead. But they're not listening though. You know why? They need to be right. And you know what is bigger than the ego of a black man? The ego of a black woman. You know why? Because they gave birth to the black man. So their ego is even bigger. Yeah, man. This ego problem is so funny in this world. Like, people just can't. They just love the ego, man. We're gonna be honest to with ourselves. Our black women just love the ego, y'all. They love being strong. They are so afraid of being weak that being strong has become their greatest weakness. Punchline. Let me let that sink in for 2 seconds. Pause. Pause, motherfuckers. Excuse my language again to all my black women over there. Black women are so tired of being strong. It's just a few of them that are admitting it right now, and they are doing a great job at it. Listen, I honor all the black women out there vibrating in their own femininity, right? And having the courage enough to speak the truth about women in general not acting right. When I say not acting right, there is no policy for anyone to act a certain way. There is no policy. No one is policing everyone. Who's policing who? Who has the right to police who? when you really think about it. All right. But if we are going to move as intelligent beings, as an intelligent species, as an intelligent collective, we should take into account the dance between the energies. We should take into account what gives birth to growth, what creates growth in the first place, collectively, individually. When any individual harness both their masculine and feminine energy, they grow as a motherfucker when they do it properly, though. But collectively, the feminine has to vibrate in the feminine space. The masculine has to vibrate in the masculine space, and they have to dance with each other. Black women, it's like y'all don't want to dance with us, man, because you think we are. I don't know what you think. Like at this point, at this point, I don't even know what y'all think, because you don't even know what you think. You just feel. That's it. You don't think. I mean, most of you do not think. You just feel. I mean, you just. I can't even say feel here. You just feel, point blank, period. You know? So it's like, God damn it, how should I word my speech so that I do not trigger you, but at the same time, I trigger you to stimulate your growth? You see, the ego is so big. The ego of the black women is so big that when you address it, or when you are approaching their energy, you have to be so cautious, because it's so traumatized. It's so like this, it's so, and you guys have to give some of that weight away. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away. It's free to give. I mean, some people are going to help you freely. Give it away, black women. You've been strong for too long. It's not your place to be that strong in that sense. You know what the strength of the feminine energy is? You know what the strength is? The strength is, I know where my place is. I know where I'm the queen. I know the power of my silence. I know the power of my intuition. I know that I'm wild, and I will choose to stay wild. But at the same time, in my wildness, I will be noble. This is what they don't get. The wildness part, they have mastered it. They have mastered it. They know how to be wild. Trust me. I'm talking about both physically wild, emotionally wild, sexually wild, intellectually wild, because they are genius. I mean, black women are geniuses. Spiritually wild. They know how to be wild, but they tend to forget how to stay noble in that wildness and not trip off of it. Y'all gotta stop tripping off of your nobility, because every time a woman chooses to not be noble, you know what happens? You already know what happens. I don't even have to say. You already know what happens. She regresses. She doesn't progress. She regresses. I'm sure this word is not going to trigger anyone. Regresses. She regresses, or she progresses in the wrong way, in the wrong sense. She becomes more corrupt as an energy. Listen, we, all the representatives of the collective masculine in the world, would like a woman that stays in her femininity, but at the same time, she knows what she wants. Knowing what you want is masculine energy. This is why all men When they say, oh, he's very masculine, which means he always knows what he wants. He always knows what he wants. He knows what he wants and he goes for it. This is masculine energy. I know what I want. I'm gonna get it. Feel me? I know I don't want this. So no matter what, I'm just gonna ignore it. You feel me? This is masculine energy. But feminine energy, it's so wavy. You know, it's a bunch of waves. It's like the ocean, right? The sun is masculine. He knows, like, he's always shining. It's like, I know my place is to shine every fucking day. Like, listen, I'm always shining. Nothing can phase my shining. Try me if you want. I'm always gonna shine. This masculine energy. But feminine energy is the moon. She has phases. She's not always full. It's not always full moon. She's not always new. It's not always new moon. She has cycles. You know? She has cycles and shit. So, and the place or the true authentic position, I would say, of the feminine is to reside in such a place where, despite having cycles, despite having infinite mood swings, right? Despite being so wavy, so volatile, you know, despite being so emotional, they reside in this universal constant, which is, I am feminine. So no matter what, I will stay feminine. I will harness my feminine power more and more instead of tripping off of it and going to the masculine energy, which is not really good for me. I mean, it's good if you want, like, if you're a career woman. A lot of women, you know what, like, destroys their desire for a good, fulfilling life. I'm talking about family, peace, you know, emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, and stuff like this. Fruitfulness, you know, just fulfillment in life, point blank, period. You know what destroys that for them? They have been in this masculine energy so much and they saw that it benefits their pocket, it benefits the bank account, because being so masculine and, listen, having, or not being so masculine, having, harnessing so much masculine energy while being a woman, it's like it gives them a cheat code. This is what they think, actually. They think, I know what they think. I mean, I know what they think when they're moving in that vibration. They think, I'm gonna be masculine in the workplace so much, and I'm gonna use my beauty. I'm gonna use my yes, I'm gonna use my charm. I'm gonna use my beauty. I'm gonna use my seductiveness. I'm gonna use my attractiveness, you know, to get everything I want. And not only that I am attractive, not only that I am beautiful, but I am also intelligent. And they forget, like, listen, do you know that what you're doing here, you're going to pay it later? Because while you're doing it, and you're doing it so well that you pretty much say everything. It's like, I don't need no man. It's like, I'm unstoppable. When they do it, they are unstoppable. Let's be honest. They are unstoppable. You know what can stop them sometimes? I mean, always. You know what always stops them? A masculine man that knows they're not gonna trip off of, like, they're not gonna just trip over a masculine woman. It's like, what the hell? I'm masculine myself. I was born masculine. You were born feminine. I'm not gonna, like, come on now, like, stay in your place. Like, what's wrong with you? You know, it's like, respectfully, stay in your place. I don't want to deal with masculine women. This is when they trip, like, they're like, oh, he's so masculine. He rebels me. He doesn't want my masculinity. Now, this is what they mean when they say, um, I don't have a man because no man can handle me. This is the conditional femininity. It's like I am only feminine to a man that can handle me. It's like I want a monster. I'm already a monster. I mean, when they're like this, they're really like it's already you're hybrid. If the word monster triggers you, you are a hybrid. When you are a woman and you are moving in so much masculine energy, you become a hybrid. And you know what you attract? Hybrids. Feminine men. Feminine men are hybrids. This is why they are so disgusting. Who likes a feminine man? You attract, I mean, masculine women attract feminine men and they don't even like them. Nobody likes a feminine man. Their mama don't like them. Their brothers don't like them. Nobody likes them, bruh. Who likes a feminine man? Nobody like them. Because it's a hybrid, and because they are a man, they should be the one to lead. When they hybridize themselves, or when society has made them hybrids, then it's like they become like the worst thing in society. Feminine men are the worst thing in society. It's not even masculine women anymore. It's feminine men. You know why? Because they are the passageway. They are the passageway to the destruction of the world, point blank, period. It's the fault, or should I say, not the fault, but it's the existence and the operation, the operativeness. Yes, they are being operative. The activeness, the operativeness of feminine men that give passage to the destructive energy, whose goal is to destroy pretty much everyone. Like, you're not gonna be yourself, you're not gonna be authentic. If you're a man, you're not gonna be masculine. If you're a woman, you're not gonna be feminine. It's like it destroys pretty much everything. This energy is just destructive, point blank, period. It confuses you, it dilutes, like this is why the world is so confused right now, because people have given so much passage to this energy, thinking like it was fun, right? It was technology. It was technological advancements. It was all this, you know? And now they're so confused. You got teens confused. You got kids confused. Hell, you got adults, you got elders confused. For real, because of what? Technology, mainstream media, social media, which was supposed to connect all of us, but now it's just it's just been separating all of us, for real, by creating labels and all types of categories. Now when you create an account, like, they give you choices to like choose. They give you choices to either identify yourself as, I don't know, it. You can be a it now. You can be a it. You can be a she, a he, a they. You can be a it. You can be a it now. I know, man. I know. If it's not there yet, it's gonna get there. You can be a it. You can be a it. Let me let my camera is like, it's kind of like I got reflection all over. Yeah, I think it's maybe. Put it here. I don't like the reflection now. Yeah, I think it's good now, but it still has the reflection. Yeah, let me put it. Yeah, let me keep it there. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, man. And you know what attracts us? You know what attracts us very much? I'm talking about men in general. A woman that knows their place, right? They know their place. They vibrate in their place, in their femininity. We like it. We like it. We like it. I'm not talking about a femininity. I mean, it's not even femininity. I'm not talking about a woman or women in general that, on the surface, like the way they dress, the way they look, try to portray a certain feminine energy or innocence or playfulness while on the inside. Listen, listen. You see people like me. Yeah. God damn. We're used to beauty. We're used to beauty. I'm not saying that because I'm beautiful, but even niggas that consider themselves ugly, you know, even like there's a lot of ugly niggas out there or ugly dudes out there that have so much masculine energy. They attract a lot of people, and I don't think anybody is ugly for real, but in the cultural sense, right? In the pop sense, the mainstream sense, oh, you ugly, oh, you because your nose is a certain way, or your mouth is a certain way, or your head is a certain way, or your eyebrows are missing. Just like my eyebrows are kind of like not really fake, you know. And well, yeah, when society considers you ugly, but nevertheless you attract a lot of women, like they find you attractive because of the energy you exude. You know how to read people. You know how you know when a woman is portraying something she's not. Listen, we know. We know, y'all. We know. It's like don't portray this innocence when you don't have it for real. Don't portray. Why you portraying it, man? It's like why? You don't have to do it. Just be honest. This is why I did the video that I just published today about honesty and the naked truth. Like the truth is always naked. Women don't want to be naked. Women don't want to be truly naked. And I'm saying that now people might think, oh, but since Instagram or Snapchat or social media was created, that is one of the most present thing or predominant theme on social media. It's naked women, right? Women that exude their nakedness, I mean their nudity, their physical nudity and stuff like this, and this is not what I'm talking about. You see, listen, it's like women want deep inside they want the truth. They like to be naked. Deep inside they love being naked. But when they do not vibrate at the right frequency, then they degrade this want or desire to be naked, and this degradation takes form in the physical. Because you see, the physical, it's the slowest vibration. It's slow as it's really slow. It's slow as a motherfucker. It's really slow. This is why everything that happens in the spiritual realms, they take times to happen here afterwards. This is a world of after effect. Yeah, I should probably write this down. The physical world is the world of after effects. It's the slow motion world. When things are happening over there, like things are already done over there. It's pretty much done, right? It's sealed, it's done, it's that. But here in this physical world, they tend to slow, like it's slow. It's slow motion, like ooh. It's slow motion, y'all. It's slow motion, you know? So when you vibrate higher, you learn how to discern the false or the degraded nakedness of the women when they exude, or when they lose, or when they're losing their sense of true femininity. And they think like you have to show a lot of things. Like they think like you have to be plain naked on the internet. Or I'm talking about people that exude themselves. I'm not talking about professionals. I'm talking about people that just do it just to do it. Just do it just to do it. Like I'm just going to show parts of myself on the internet because I want attention. And they don't know how to get this attention otherwise, so they just degrade their femininity in doing this stuff. You feel me? So black women, all my beautiful black women, man, you're so beautiful, but You're so tired. And you don't know how to give away the ugliness of the world that you have been carrying for so long. Talking real shit right now. If you have ears to listen, you better listen. You're so beautiful, but you've been carrying the ugliness of the world for so long. Now you don't even know how to give it away. You think it's necessary to keep carrying it. You don't have to carry it for that long. You don't have to carry it anymore. Give it away, let it go. Give it away, let it go. You can still be yourself by being vulnerable, by being emotional. I mean, truly emotional, emotionally honest. Yeah, by being emotionally honest. You can do that. And we like that. But because most of you are cloud chasers, most of you are attention seekers, validation seekers, because most of you prefer to power trip instead of consciousness trip. You don't know how to harness your true. You know what's the problem of a lot of black women? They don't know how to transform their physical beauty into emotional and mental and spiritual beauty, because they vibrate so much in physicality becomes their prison. They become imprisoned by it, because people that are not self-aware, people that are not grounded, give them so much attention. I'm talking about the beta males. They give them so much attention is that the women feel like they have no choice but to become hoes. They have no choice but to entertain people that do not even satisfy them in the deepest sense, the true sense that they desire satisfaction. Listen, we men, we know that y'all need maintenance, emotional maintenance, spiritual maintenance, mental maintenance. We know that. And it's not a problem for us to do shit. You think it's a problem for us to like give y'all or provide y'all with the maintenance that you need? You think it's a problem for us to do? You think we care? I mean, what's the reason for a family? It's you give me what I need, I'll give you what you need. Or if I don't need nothing from you, then you give me what I want at least. And then I give you what you need and what you want. That's it. It's nothing like you know what's the problem? It is that they would rather go about their own script, which is mostly which is true only for them. This is why you will see a lot of women talking about this is my truth. Because women vibrate very, very, very strongly in subjectivism. I'm not against them. But if your truth is not a timeless truth, which means it has an expiration date that really depends, or that is baselined on your biology or your psychology or your spirituality, then is it really a truth for real? Is it not just a temporary convenience? If it's convenient for you, by all means do it. But we've seen it times and times again. When you're so stubborn that you don't want to surrender to the truth because you think you're going to humiliate yourself, right? You don't want to be humble. That's when we are become sorry but not sorry as men. And we we go and find some women that are really just simple and easygoing and shit. Because they're like more fun to be around. They're more fun to communicate with. Like they don't trip of like, I don't know. They might be nervous too, but I mean every woman is always nervous. I'm saying, like, I feel like every woman is always nervous. You know? I feel like every woman is always nervous. But here I'm talking about just be simple, y'all. People are afraid of simplicity. I don't know why. They are afraid of the truth. They are afraid of the truth, y'all. I like this music. I could say that I love drama, but I don't really like drama. I like to observe how the drama unfolds and how the truth circulates inside of it. Yeah. It becomes scary at times how the truth can circulate, can still instills inspiration even when in the drama. This is the beauty of the orchestra. Yeah. So, black women, man. I mean, black women. We know what you are suffering from. We know, like, I mean, we don't know all your problems because not even you don't know all of your problems. But the main principal trouble that you're facing right now, we all have them and we know them. And we are here to help, but we're only going to help if you do not bite, or if you do not, when you're helping, okay, I'm not going to take this example because it's going to trigger a lot of people. But let's say, when you're trying to help, okay, it's like you're trying to help a prisoner, and every time you're trying to help them, not only that they insult you, but they spit on you, literally. It's like, no, you should not help me, you're so weak. And you're like, what the fuck? I'm weak because I'm trying to help you? Peace. And a lot of men do not realize until it's too late that this beauty, the physical beauty that they have in their mind, this beauty that they so desire, because every man has 2 or 3 types of beauty that he really is into. Like, he's really into these types of beauty. I'm not talking about one necessarily. I'm talking about like several, 2 to 3, generally speaking. But me, I got like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say how many types I got, but I got more than that. And a lot of women, man, a lot of men, and a lot of women also, because they prioritize the externality, if that word even exists, the externality of their desires. They forget that everything that is truly authentic comes from inside. They do not prioritize the inside, they prioritize the outside. These are the clout chasers. I'm gonna be with that woman because she's so beautiful, right? I can take her to, the galas, expensive restaurants. I can take her to other places, but they forget that, bro, this woman is so broken inside. You are going to regret it all your life if you take her, you make her your companion, you marry her. Like, if you marry her, you're just dead. Like, it's just, that's it. You're just dead. Like, that's it, y'all. That's it. That's why for all my beautiful self-aware men out there, my advice is, don't get married, y'all. If you don't want to get divorced, don't get married. If you don't want to get divorced, don't get fucking married. Because, unfortunately, until now, women do not vibrate high enough spiritually to understand the concept of true marriage, to be patient enough in the ugliness, or to be present and conscious enough to transcend the ugliness when it arises. Talking big shit right now. Because it's gonna get ugly. And they don't like to hear that though. They don't like to hear that. Me, you know what I like to hear? Trust me, when it gets ugly, I'm gonna be here. That's what I like. It's like, god damn it. It's like, god damn it. It's like, when I hear that, I'm like, shit. Not only hear, but when I feel, when it resonates, when I know that it's true, I'm like, god damn it. This is why a lot of women trip off and they think it only takes beauty, physical beauty, to not only to attract, but to keep a man. Let me tell you something. We're all humans. So, subconsciously, we all judge a book by its cover, even though we don't judge a book by its cover at the same level. We don't judge not everyone judge a book by its cover at the same level. Some people judge it like fully. If they see a beautiful woman, they say, that's the one, that's it. Like, I'm not gonna look further. I'm not gonna explore my options. I'm not gonna do nothing else. I'm just gonna take her and wife her up. That's it. Like, I'm set. Like, that's it. That's pretty much it. Like, these are the beta males out there. Like, they don't explore their options. They don't know. Like, they're in scarcity mindset, man. Don't be in scarcity. Never trip up scarcity, y'all. You should vibrate in abundance. You should always vibrate in abundance. Never vibrate in scarcity. What for? There are 8 billion. I mean, they're supposed to be. I don't know if that's true or not. But supposedly, there are 8 billion people in the fucking planet. And there are more women than men, so why are you tripping off one woman? Because she looks like the one that you thought should be with you? That's not a reason enough, yo. And there are a lot of women that looks just like her, and that are more beautiful. Did you know that? Are you willing to explore your options? I'm talking to a lot of men right now. A lot of men, they have this beauty inside their own head, like this ideal beauty. It's like, once I find a woman that looks like this, I'm gonna take her like straight away. But most times, they don't even realize this woman is broken as fuck inside. And this woman will make them suffer. I've seen it. I have seen it. But when you are willing to explore your options, exploring your options is inherently something masculine to do. You know? And I say that a lot of women gonna think, oh, maybe I'm being masculine because I have explored my options so much. Yes, because good men are rare out there. I saw a video on Instagram the other day. It was like a nigga that lost his job like 3 months ago, and his woman was stressing him out. Like, where are you going? And he was like, just shut up. Every time I'm going out, you're complaining. Did you even know that I lost my job 3 months ago? And she's like, what? And was like, yeah, did you know that I lost my job 3 months ago? You don't even know how did I pay the bills, you know, the rent and everything. You don't even know how did I manage to like put the food on the table and everything. And the woman was just put. And it was like, you know why? You know how? Because apparently good dick is rare to find. He said everything I've been giving, all the bills that I put it with my D, y'all. With my good D. And the woman was like, you know, she liked it, but she was like, nigga, you're too comfortable right now. It's like, why are you being so confident on me right now? You know? I've seen it on Instagram. Maybe you're gonna see it too. Yeah. It takes more than just physical beauty to keep a man. It takes effort. It takes honesty. And it's simple. Effort is simple. Honesty is simple. But people are complicated. Yeah. People are complicated, y'all. Anyway, it's time for me to end that video. Black women, you're so beautiful and intelligent. You forgot you could rest. You could take some rest and be in your own femininity. Yeah, that's the message. For all my beautiful black women out there who are truly feminine, not only black women, but for all the women out there, because I don't see, like, this video is for black women, but anyway, this video is for all women, let me say that, but I'm gonna title it what I think about black women. Yeah, but it's for all women in general. But the other women, I think they suffer from this being strong less. They suffer from it. They suffer less from this, like being strong, like this sense of strong, like they. It's not a burden on them. It's like it's a burden on black women to be strong. It's like, yeah, man. Anyway, for all the women out there, black women, white women, my beautiful Latinas out there, man, Hispanics, my brown women, you know, my beautiful Asian women out there, man. Yeah, European, African women. Yeah, Scandinavian women, African women, South American women, like Caribbean women, like all the women out there, y'all. Australian women, every types of women, like. Peace and love to y'all, and I hope you start vibrating in your true frequency, which is a true femininity, divine femininity. I hope you start vibrating in that frequency sooner than later, because it's time. It's time. Peace. I'm out.